Hello, dear students. Unfortunately, we cannot meet face to face because of the quarantine, but we can have our lessons online. At least we will try, and who knows, maybe we'll succeed, and maybe we will use this way of studying in the future. So, today we are starting our work on the next unit, Unit 7. It's about Ukraine, our native country. It's always pleasant to speak about your native land, so I hope this unit will be easy for you and it will be interesting to study something new about your motherland. Our first lesson is devoted to climate of Ukraine and we'll have some grammar practice. We'll speak about present perfect passive and do some exercises. So let's start. Let's start our work. Well, I hope you're old enough to travel and I'm sure you like traveling. So maybe you can recognize some of these places. Maybe you have already been to some of them, or maybe you have heard about them, you have seen some photos. So let's start our work on this unit with the video of the top 10 beautiful places to visit in Ukraine. So watch attentively and try to recognize these places. I'm sure you know a lot of them. So, what about my slow computer? Okay, we'll start working. We'll start watching, please. Odessa. Odessa, the port, the sea resort, and just a beautiful place. Mirgorod. It is famous for mineral water. You can find it on the shelves of our shops. Oh, Chernihiv. Who doesn't like it? I'm sure you have been to Chernihiv many times. Chernihiv Sea. This place is famous for its university. Bakota, a mysterious place, an artificial lake that covered several villages. You should go there. Uzhhorod. Uzhhorod, just a beautiful place in the western part of Ukraine. Kamenets-Podilsky and its famous fortress. It's amazing. Of course, Lviv. Lviv and its famous opera house. Yalta, who doesn't like going to the sea? Slavutych, a ski resort. Okay, see how many beautiful places are here in Ukraine. So, I'm sure you have been to a lot of them and you could recognize them. Okay, so let's go further. Well, now please open your textbooks on page 217 and let's do exercise number 1, the first exercise. Here are 6 pictures and 6 names of the cities. Look at the pictures of Ukrainian cities. Match their names with the pictures. Say what you know about each city. But you cannot tell me anything about them because we are not in the classroom right now. So maybe you will just a bit later, you will write a bit later about some place you have been to. But now let's just match the pictures to the names of the towns. So the first one, it was in the video. Can you recognize it? Of course, it's Lviv, and it's Lviv Opera House. Next, number two. Number two is also from that video. It's Chernivtsi and Chernivtsi University. Next one. If you have once been to Odessa, you will never forget this place. It's a seaport, Odessa seaport. Next. Next can be a bit difficult for you because it's rather not very big but not very small town. It's Lutsk and Lubert Fortress or Lubert Castle. Next one. Next one is Kharkiv. And in this picture you can see Kharkiv railway station. And the last one, let's look at the names we have already used. The next one is Zaporizhia. So I hope you have been to these places and you have enjoyed all its beauty. Well, but today we'll speak not about beauty of our country, but about climate. We'll start with the climate, and maybe later you will understand why. So, first of all, let's read this text. Let's read this text, and your home task will be to answer the questions after it. So, let's read this text and pay attention to the words in bold. Okay? So, well, follow me, please. A certain place has some weather during a long period of time. We say it is a climate. Climate has a very important influence on plants, animals, and humans. It's different in various parts of the world. In Ukraine, climate is usually mild and moderate, sometimes wet. But recently, climate has changed a lot, though it hasn't changed naturally. We can say that the climate has been changed by people. Scientists think the world is becoming hotter. Winters have become warmer. Sometimes there is little snow in January, and there were winters when it rained on the New Year's Eve. Many people say that it is so because of the greenhouse effect. It works like this. Sunlight gives us heat. Some of the heat warms the atmosphere, and some of the heat goes back into space. But much heat cannot go there, as during the last 100 years, people have produced a lot of carbon dioxide. This gas in the atmosphere is like glass in a greenhouse. It lets heat get in, but it doesn't let much heat go out. So the atmosphere becomes warmer. Where does the carbon dioxide come from? People and animals breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. We produce carbon dioxide when we burn things. Trees take this gas from the air and produce oxygen. But in the last several years, people have cut down too many trees. As a result, there aren't enough trees to take this dangerous gas. So, there is more and more carbon dioxide. As we can see, climate changes in different parts of the world from year to year. These changes can be dangerous for our planet. That's why we must do something to stop these changes. Otherwise, we may all die. So let's look at this text again. Here are some words in bold, so we must translate them. And I want to be sure that you understand them clearly. You understand them correctly. So the first is influence. Influence means вплив. Humans. Humans, people, human beings, люди. The rise. The rise is of the same root of variant and other words. So the rise різноманітні. Різні. Moderate. Moderate, помірний, середній. We can say that the climate has been changed by people. I don't think we need to translate this sentence. It's absolutely clear. Next, greenhouse effect. Greenhouse. It's some house where we grow some greens. So greenhouse, it means парник теплиця, and greenhouse effect, парниковий ефект. Atmosphere. I think you understand what that is. Carbon dioxide. Oh, it's from chemistry. Carbon dioxide, вуглекислий газ. I told about greenhouse. I have already translated it for you. Oxygen. Oxygen, it's also chemical phenomena. It's кисень. Otherwise, в іншому випадку інакше. So I think this text is absolutely clear, and you will be able to answer the questions to this text at home. You should answer these questions and write down the answers into your copybook. When we meet, the first thing I'll do is collecting your copybooks to check what you have done. Okay. Oh, let's go on with our work, with our lexical work. Let's match words with their definitions. As we did it at our classes, it's easier to start with the definition and to choose the word to match the definition. So, a person. A person, the synonym is, what is it? A person is human. Okay. Something to the contrary, in a different way or manner. In a different way or manner, it means otherwise. The power to change or affect someone or something, the power to cause changes without directly forcing them to happen. If you don't force someone, but you make him want to do something, it means influence. It matches to influence. The whole mass of the air that surrounds the Earth. What is around our planet? It's an atmosphere. Average in size or amount, neither too much nor too little. Neither big nor small, neither too much nor too little. It means moderate. Moderate. Different from each other. Different from each other means varies. A gas that is produced when people and animals breathe out, or when certain fuels are burned, and that is used by plants for energy in photosynthesis. A gas that is produced when people breathe out. You breathe out carbon dioxide. A chemical that is found in the air that has no color, taste, or smell, and that is necessary for life. We cannot live even several minutes without what? Without oxygen. And a building or part of a building that has glass walls and a glass roof and that is used for growing plants. If you have ever been to a village, if you visited your grannies, if you have been to the village with your friends, you could see those glass houses. These glass houses are called greenhouse. Greenhouse, and different plants are grown there while it's too cold outside. So, write down these words into your copybooks or vocabularies, translate them, and learn these words by heart. You should be able to use this lexical next lesson. Okay, and as I told you, today we'll speak about present perfect passive. Present perfect passive voice. We use perfect forms for speaking about something, about some results. We are not very interested in who did that, but we are interested only in results. So, the present perfect passive is useful when you want to describe something that was done in the past without a lot of information about when it was done, how, why, by whom, and so on. What is the formula? If present perfect active uses have, has, plus the third form of the verb, the present perfect passive uses these formulas: have, has, plus been, plus the third form of the verb. For irregular verbs, you should look for the third form in the special table. For regular verb, it's enough just to add and an ed to the verb. So let's look at the examples. He has completed the work. So now we have to change. While building present perfect passive, we change subject and object. Former object becomes a subject, and former subject becomes an object. So let's look. He has completed the work. So the work has been completed by whom? By him. He has not completed the work. The work has not been completed by him. The only difference between those two sentences is the word not. The question: has he completed the work? Auxiliary verb is on the first place, has, then the subject, the work, and then the second part of our verb form. Has the work been completed by him? She has written 5 poems. 5 poems, be careful. In original sentence, we had a subject, she, the third person. So she has. In the passive voice sentence, our new subject is 5 poems, plural. Plural, they. So we use the verb have for this subject. So 5 poems have been written by her. It's not enough just to put been between has and the third form of the verb. We should take care, we should watch the new subject. Have and has may exchange. So 5 poems have been written by her. I have made some cakes. Some cakes have been made by me. So let's try to do some exercise and to practice using present perfect passive. Here are the formulas if we need them. And we'll do exercise number 4 on page 219 from your textbook. So open your textbooks on page 219. Exercise number 4, and let's start. You may stop this video and try to give your answers, then start it again and listen to the answer as you want. It's up to you. So the first sentence is: everybody has celebrated Joanna's birthday. The new subject will be Joanna's birthday. Joanna's birthday, it's singular. The pronoun for this subject is it. It's a third person, so we should use has. Joanna's birthday has been celebrated by everybody. Has been celebrated by everybody. They have cleaned the classroom. The new subject will be the classroom. It's the third person, so we choose has. The classroom has been cleaned by them. Next, number 3. Carrie has paid the bill. New subject will be the bill has been paid by Carrie, or if it's not very important who has done that, we may just say the bill has been paid. That's the main. The bill has been paid and we needn't pay it again, or we needn't worry about paying that. So the result is the only thing that is very important for us. Number 4. I have eaten a hamburger. I have, but a hamburger has been eaten. A hamburger has been eaten by me. Number 5. I have opened the present. I have opened, but the present has been opened by me. Okay, number 6. They have not read the book. They have not read the book. The book, it, the third person. The book, what will you choose? Hasn't. Hasn't been opened. Hasn't been opened. Oh, hasn't been read. Sorry. The book hasn't been read. Number 7. You have not sent the parcel. Parcel, посылка. You have not sent the parcel. The parcel, the third form, the third parcel, it, the third person. The parcel, again, has not been sent. This time I used the full form, has not been sent. You may use the short form if you like, hasn't been sent, hasn't been read, and so on. Number 8. Linda has cleaned the kitchen. The new subject will be the kitchen. The kitchen has been cleaned. The kitchen has been cleaned by Linda. Number 9. Our mother has watered the plants. The plants, they, plural. So the mother has watered, but the plants have been watered by our mother. And number 10. The headmaster has finished the report. The report has been finished. The report has been finished by the headmaster. So you may stop this video any moment and watch it again and listen to it again. Try to do it by yourselves. So, as I said, it's up to you. Next. Oh, it's time for your homework. So your home assignment for the next lesson will be to read exercise number 2, page 217, to read that story about climate of Ukraine again. Then, to write the answers to the questions after the text. They are on page 218. To write down the answers to exercise number 5 on page 219 from your textbook, and to do online exercise on my personal blog. I hope you remember that the address of my personal blog, and maybe you have made marks to get easy access, to get fast access to it. So don't forget, do that online exercise. It's a form that you have to fill in. I will see your answers and maybe we'll give you some marks. I hope your marks will be all excellent. So stay at home and study online. See you next time. Bye bye.